Welcome to the homestead. Glad you're watching. Well, we're going to finish up this project, hopefully 100% today, and have it in the past and get on to other things. So, come along with us.
I'm going to start out this morning by working on this retaining wall, kind of where I left off last night actually, and see if we can get it up real quick. That's a relevant term. Anyway, we'll see if we can get it up as fast as we can. Let's get to it.
Okay, here's the plan. We've got four of these, right here. We got four of these panels that we're going to use for the retaining wall. We're going to start at this end and work our way that way. That way is short compared to this way. This way is going to need about 3 feet, 4 feet cut off of it and broken off. Another day we'll do that. So we're going to start right here where this pole is and go straight across, eventually cutting it off. But that's where we're going to start the panels, going that direction. Now before we put the panels in place, we want to make sure that the dirt doesn't just slide through the gaps. So it is going to slide through a little bit, but we're going to put chicken wire on the back side of all of these panels, so the chicken wire can kind of help hold it in place for the most part. Some will seep through, but that's okay, because as it seeps through, it'll get the chicken wire all muddy and stuff will be able to grow through the chicken wire. And then after the chicken wires, we're going to flip them back over and we're going to paint the front sides of them the color of the eaves and get them all painted. Maybe we'll paint both sides, just so kind of a moisture barrier on the back side that's up against the dirt to help them so they don't rot out so fast. Maybe we'll do that. Anyway, then we're going to put them up. Now we have metal poles that we're going to drive into the ground on the back side, the mound side, and we're going to put the panel up against it. And then we're going to put peeler logs or garden, I don't think they're peeler logs, but the garden stakes we're going to put in the front and pack it down, and that's going to hold the wood in the front. So I think we can paint those too once they're in place, but that's kind of the plan. So what do we need? Lee went to go get some supplies. He went to get the paint, the brushes, and his hammer, because we've got to nail some of those nails back in. I don't know if he's getting the staple gun or not, but if he doesn't, we'll have to go back and get that. And I'm on my way to go get the chicken wire, and hopefully we have enough chicken wire to go ahead and do what I said. Now one of these panels, that one far over there, actually has wood in between each one. It's a press wood in between each one on the back, so nothing's going to fall through that one, and that's actually a pretty good idea. We do have some scrap wood that we could do that with. Eventually it would rot through though, so we definitely want to make sure that there's chicken wire on them even so. But we'll see. Anyway, I'll be right back. My lucky day, I found these. They're the ends of what we cut off, and they're going to be perfect for in between each gap, so don't have to waste any big sheets. Awesome. Okay, the paint I want to use was runt. It thickened and hardened up. Sometimes the paint does that through the very cold months, and it has a liquid in it on the top surface, but then a hard clump. So I may just do a whitewash with the color, but Lisa's we can use the house paint, and so we can paint them brown. We couldn't find a brush, but I found an old stiff brush, which is fine because it's just these, you know, fences. And I did find this out in the grow tunnel. But when I was in the grow tunnel, there was some birds in the tree. A bird right outside the grow tunnel, not too far, 20 feet maybe, 30 maybe, but it was screaming, woohoo, 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 woohoo. And I think she was telling her babies to stay still, don't make a sound. And then when I left the grow tunnel, she's still hollering, woohoo, 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 woohoo. But as I kept walking away, she stopped. So I'm sure she was talking to her babies. That's kind of funny. And she's not in there. I tried to take a peek, but I saw something moving, but I couldn't get enough peek. I sure wish I could get that surveillance camera close enough to where we could actually see inside what's happening in that dark little bubble there that she's got them in. But alas, I probably won't be able to get inside there. So when they get big enough and they start moving about, we'll be able to see them better. And that shouldn't be too long because birds develop very quickly. Anyway, go ahead and staple this chicken wire down, and then we'll paint.
Okay, having to do some shaving on the front edge of that mound. It had a pretty good bulge. Wasn't really going to work. It was either shave the mound down a little bit more or do a lot of backfilling. And I'd rather shave the mound down and have it up, the retaining wall up against a good solid wall that's already in existence. It just makes more sense to do that. So that's what I'm doing. Just trying to get rid of this bulge that's in there. And once we get that done, we can start putting fence posts in again.
Okay, well, it's going along. I ran out of chicken wire and I have that one little section to do. So I'm gonna go back there and see if I can find some more, and I'll be right back. Lee's busy working. Okay, painting the backside when the chicken wire was probably stupid. I probably should have painted first and then put the chicken wire. What can I say? But I'm gonna do it. It doesn't matter. Any coating is gonna be better than no coating at all. And even if I have chicken wire holes. And then I'll flip it over and I'll do it right, and that side will get a nice full coat. It is what it is, right?
Okay, I'm pretty sure you saw that, or maybe you didn't. But I came up, and I went up too high, and the driver hit the bottom edge of the driver hit the top of the stake, which stopped it. Problem is my body was still going like this to drive the stake, and so I hit my head, punched a little hole in my head, clean through my hat. Or maybe it was because of that guy. I don't know, but almost knocked my teeth out. Got a pretty good headache going on. Just another day in the normal life of Lee.
Okay, that's not working so well. That's wasting paint. A lot of paint's getting hooked on that chicken wire, and you know what? It's gonna be fine. So what? We'll have to replace it. This was free wood, and if it doesn't hold up, we'll just replace it a few years down the road. But for right now, I'm not painting the backside. I'm gonna flip them over and go ahead and paint the front side and get that over with. I only wanted it because there's words on it and it's raw wood. I wasn't thinking of long term. I was just thinking I didn't want those words on it, and I wanted it to look a little bit better up against our wall than whatever. So anyway, let's get that done. Oh, I can see in the camera Lee's already, nope, he's not helping me. He's helping himself. I thought he was flipping them all over for me. Like one can hope, right?
Okay, so apparently somewhere along the lines we mismeasured. I don't know how. Misadded probably. We didn't mismeasure, we just added wrong. But that's okay. We've got another piece that we just drug out of the wood pile. We'll have to do a little work to it to make it match the ones that are already there. But that's what we do here. We make silk purses out of sow's ears. And things fall behind us when we're not looking. So there is that. So I'm going to go gather up a couple more tools, some nails and all that fun stuff. And I'll come back and finish this thing, make it so that it works.
Tomorrow morning, back at it. God bless y'all. Thank you for watching. You be sure to like, share, press that notification bell, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on the homestead. Bye-bye now.